on fire. I'm Anders. With me is Vendetta, and Semler, unfortunately, has been caught up in some other stuff, so he's maybe not going to be here tonight, but we'll have to make do, and this is NiP versus Virtus.pro, ESEA Invite League, and a big welcome to everyone. Thanks for joining, guys. There's going to be a lot of Counter-Strike coming up. After this game, we also have Virtus.pro playing Fnatic, and then we have NiP playing Hellraisers from last night, and I'll explain that more in the future if you are confused about how all of that went down, because honestly, I'm a little bit confused, but I think we're going to get it sorted out anyway. We're going to be on cash, and we've got VP starting on the slightly less favored side, which is the terrorist side. And Geralt, what is he doing? He's actually walking through the smoke in the middle. This is crazy. He's going to run into pasha, and he does actually go down, but that could have worked. That's almost like Finnish matchmaking style crazy.
That's a very cheeky move. I actually thought he was going to stand close by the boost and basically just wait for VP to boost players up there. I think it was just a tad too early to go in, because normally a setup like that would hold off the middle area for, well, long enough that early on into the round.
Yeah, and it's followed up by even more strange with Forrest just crouching and taking an aim duel. First of all, it was a good idea against one person. That range USPS versus Glock may be good enough, but as it took a while for him to get the kill, more terrorists started showing up and he just went down. Friberg coming up from behind made way too much noise and ended up getting killed. So NiP, I think, making, in the beginning, maybe some bold decisions, now just some very questionable decisions, and Xizt is going to land a really good headshot. Can he do more? He has to do a lot more here, and he's running out of bullets. He does actually get a really great double kill. Unfortunately, it might be too late, as Fifflaren is now in a 1-on-3. The bomb is going to go down as well, and he doesn't have any grenades. He has a body armor, but no kit either. I would be very surprised if Virtus.pro can't figure out a way to hold this bomb site. They even have a smoke to deal with here, and look at Snax's position right now. Fifflaren has no chance. He's walking into a triple crossfire, and it will be Snax to pick up the kill. So, great round from Virtus.pro, but maybe also some pretty grave mistakes from NiP, I'd say.
Yeah, it's pretty impatient play from NiP, really. Get right moving too quickly into Garage there, and I think the reason why Friberg basically just gunned in towards Garage from the B bomb side is because they had gotten 2 picks around the middle area and towards A, right? So you would assume, and they already had boosted 2 people up on the roof or on the boost. Yeah. So it's safe to say that Friberg probably expected VP to execute on that, and it didn't expect anyone to, or have a complete armada of VP members still in Garage at that point.
Yeah, and I guess if they had been moving forward, he could have caught up to them in some way. Get right in the middle here with the shotgun's actually going to take down Snax. That's an interesting idea here. And now, is he going to be able to go for a little bit more? They should be falling back here, but the problem is one of them actually only has a pistol. So technically, it's a 5-on-4, but with 1 pistol in the mix as well. They're going to go for the B bomb site really quickly here. And Fifflaren actually with the P2K up on the high ground, but they are going to lose the bomb site. Not sure if Fifflaren can do anything. Get right goes down as well. And P2K is a pretty good pistol, but it's not enough, and actually he's gonna get knifed. Pasha comes in. The Polish power is unreal with Virtus.pro right here, as Forrest is gonna be the only one left. He goes down, so the shotgun actually gets used against them. What a sick round from Virtus.pro. That's a lot of money in that one round, Vendetta.
That's a lot of money, especially because Pasha didn't buy up. Pasha got 1 knife kill and a shotgun kill, and he did not buy that shotgun. So, needless to say, he's going to afford the op whenever he has to upgrade. I think he's going to keep the Nova for 1 more round, seeing as NiP has to eco. But that's just a ton of money going his way.
He's got 6,350. That's way too much money for him to be rocking right now. And that really backfired horribly on NiP. There's no other way to put it, really. Xizt over by the forklift, and Forrest, where is he at? This is some cheeky play from Forrest. Is he trying to get a return knife kill or something here?
That would be pretty ballsy.
It's Forrest. At least he hasn't bought a Zeus, but...
Yeah, I was thinking, had this been yesterday before the patch was released and upped the price again to 400, he would probably go out there with a Zeus.
Oh, almost a double here. I was not going to get the next kill here. There's Neo coming in with a really quick double in return. That was a good shot from Forrest anyway. Fifflaren getting caught in the middle and should be going down here. That's another shotgun kill from Pasha, who is looking to have just infinite amount of money. And Friberg, if he doesn't check this corner, that could be a 3rd kill from Pasha with this shotgun here. I mean, right now he's got 8,000 and he's going to get the next kill. He's got 12,300 just 4 rounds into the game. Absolutely absurd. This is actually a really big resource for Virtus.pro going into the 4th round here. NiP are going to be buying, and they should be able to sort of do something about it, but that's just way too much money already.
Yeah, even if VP loses this round, he can decide to go for a full op buy up once again. even if they lose this one. And worst case scenario, he'll drop plenty of guns to his teammates. Well, not that it's really needed, because BP didn't sustain that many losses. So they're in a pretty sweet spot right now, and NiP needs to get something done.
Yeah, they will. Forest with the opening kill, and that's really important. That denies not just a lot of map control, but also the first kill here for Virtus Pro. I love that little move from Forest. And it's not entirely risk-free, but pushing that aggressively if the T's are a little bit slow, it's hard for them to really punish it unless they manage to get out of the squeak door way too quickly or something like that. You know, apart from flashing you out, that's actually a really safe thing I think that Forest did there. But it has a huge payoff.
And something we've seen Navi, well, when Cash was newer, I guess, to the map pool, that was something Navi did a lot at the beginning, would push 2 people in. I guess we kind of dubbed it the Navi push, when they would smoke off, basically flash inside the smoke and run 2 people in there behind the flash. That was, and it's super effective, so no real wonder why Forest is doing it.
Now they're going to push in. They do take down Friberg. Get right in the vent. It's actually going to pick up a kill, but now can he get in here? He's going to try and flash. That flash doesn't work the way he wanted it to, and now the bomb is going to go down. They do have the men advantage, NiP, but retaking the B bomb side is not always easy. If they could get the first kill here on Neon with grenades, that would be a big opening. I think maybe the big play here is going to be pasha. If he can stay alive out here and deny the one guy coming up from behind, that's going to be big. But pasha already very low on health, and that's a 2-on-3. Taz actually burning to death in that corner. He's going to have to run. The bomb is ticking, but it's nowhere near far enough ticked, and NiP have a really good shot of doing this. Taz is going to pick up 1 kill on Fifflaren, and there's pasha. What? Now Get Right is going to go down as well, and pasha survives on 3 points of health with a triple kill, and Virtus Pro take the round, and I'm not sure they should have. Pasha has a ridiculous 9-0-0. I mean, this is way too much. That round, I'm not sure they should have won that.
Oh, they definitely shouldn't. As soon as, I think it was Neo who got caught out next to the bomb site by the guy coming out from upper. At that point, Get Right needs to pick up his speed and actually pressure from that side, because both Taz and pasha were in really open positions for Get Right to really punish, but he didn't get there in time, so they were able to pick up 2 more frags.
Forest pushing aggressively, and oh wow, byali and Snax with 2 instant kills afterwards, just destroying Friberg and Fifflaren, leaving it in a 2-on-5. Obviously, they only have pistols, but Virtus Pro right now is looking great. They're really on point here. Grenade right to the face of Xizt, and he has no armor. It's going to bring him down to 9 points of health, and I get a feeling, Vendetta, that last round, somewhere out there in the world, probably in the US somewhere, there's a Valve developer who witnessed pasha just get all those AWP kills, and he's just snickering to himself, thinking, you guys were, bad-mouthing our update, and here he is, getting the kills. Damn you, Valve.
Well, actually, I read what Chris J wrote about the AWP change, actually, on HLTV, on a forum thread. Yeah, he said that he didn't really feel like it bothered him all that much. It was still the same type of blur, and the fact that they had, well, I guess the reduced field of vision is only when you're moving. So at least he said it didn't bother him too much, and apparently FXO was playing around with it on his stream and did pretty well for himself earlier today. So yeah.
So I mean, if Chris J gives it the green light, who am I? I think maybe he has a slightly better grasp of the AWP, only slightly than I do, but still, I might have to just step aside for that one. NiP actually already with the Neo with the opening kill, and that's really long range. I think that must have been through the smoke over at the big bomb side. We slightly missed it, but that's Friberg going down, and that's a huge opening kill. And now Neo sneaking in is going to walk in to Get Right's auto sniper. So maybe that is the answer for NiP. In the background here, Xizt is actually going to spot a couple of people just as the smoke goes up. So that's some nice movement from Xizt. That gives his team a lot of information to work with. But Virtus Pro have plenty of time to work with here, and they are using that time and waiting for NiP to maybe make a mistake or at least use a lot of grenades here. Is the push going to happen? Forest is going to close the door. You must realize Snax is right on the other corner. And this position from Forest is really curious. He's actually going to push in, and he does take down Snax in the corner. Unreal play from Forest, and a second headshot comes in. Forest is on a tear, takes down 3 players, and leaving Taz alone in a 1-on-4. What an interesting position. I'm not sure if that's worth playing that way every single time, but this one round, it worked out just beautifully for Forest. And Taz, well, if he can get a couple of kills here, that'd be great. But they're already looking at that door, and they control the bomb as well. NiP finally striking back in this game.
That was some Forest magic right there. And definitely something NiP needed at this point. Otherwise, they would have been in an awful spot. I actually think his initial position, just hiding kind of close to the door, is actually pretty cool. Because it's definitely going to catch people opening the door. off, and he can't get spotted from the A storage. So in that sense, it's a pretty good position. Obviously, you do get caught out pretty quickly if the Xizt is not able to hold the guys from A storage back. And I think it definitely caught the VP members up, the fact that he actually pushed in. That was something I didn't expect at all. I thought it would be perfectly fine just sitting there as he was, but it worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah, they weren't quite ready, and I think, yeah, Forest Magic is putting it just right. That's exactly what happened. Flashbang in towards A main, and they're going to be pushing in, see if they can catch Xizt here, and byali will Pasha in the middle, takes down Get Right. A great opening here as byali doesn't pick up the second kill. Forest has to pull off even more magic here. And can he do it? He's got his wizard robe on, and he's already going to take down Neo, so it's looking really good. Taz will drop him, but it's still a 2-on-2, and a lot better than it was before for NiP. Pasha looking for a kill. Friberg going to stop him. Now it's Taz alone. He's going to get down. Friberg with a double kill, but I think Forest is still the man that held that round together. So there it is. 2 rounds in a row here that Forest really have done the majority of the work, and 2-5 is the scoreline.
Definitely comes down to Forest keep picking up those 2 frags right there. It's easy as that. But still, given VP's strong start, Pasha can still afford an op. This is the kind of momentum that VP have been able to build. So even though the Ninjas have won 2 rounds in a row, they still can't break VP's economy.
Oh, Friberg in the middle, really close by, and Snax wasn't patient enough to check that corner. Grenade rains in here, Taz is ready and waiting, and Friberg goes down mid-air. Maybe a little bit too ambitious with that charge, and that actually puts NiP at a 1-man disadvantage, and they're going to have to try and bring this back, but if retaking the bomb site with 1 man up didn't work for NiP, how on earth is it going to work now that they're a man down? Last time they did this, it was Pasha who picked up a triple kill with the AWP and actually denied NiP the round. And there's a big problem here for NiP as well, which is that only 2 of their members can really buy in the next round. So they should actually think about saving these rifles, because then they can make a full buy in the next round, whereas if they throw it away, they're going to be ecoing. And I think that's the same calculation they just made. I'm not sure what calculation Fifflaren has made to be hiding in the middle here. That's really dangerous. And he's going to take down Neo.
He actually would have had enough money to buy for himself the next round, and I think Get Right would have been able to buy regardless, so they still would have been able to get a full buy even if Fifflaren went down.
Fair enough then. That's the answer right then. And, you know, at least they take the rifle away from Neo, so that's some good work anyway. 6-2, moving straight into the 9th round. What would you like to see from NiP change here? Because it feels like Virtus.pro right now are doing a pretty fine job.
At this point, it seems like NiP are basically playing too aggressive for their own good, because VP are coming out of basically every round with the entry frag. We saw Pasha's been picking up entry frags left and right for them, and that kind of creates space everywhere. You saw how easily that B-bomb site fell as soon as Pasha got the entry frag onto Get Right.
Forest this time is the one getting the entry frag, and oh, Neo with a straight return. Xizt over here playing a little bit with Taz, and he's going to Molotov up that squeak door, and Taz will fall back to a little bit slightly safer position as Snax does take down Forest in the middle, which would have been a huge kill from Forest if he would have got it, because Snax had the bomb, so would have given so much control to NiP. Now, once again, they're a man down, and it looks like right now, maybe Fifflaren can actually save this. If he kills Snax here, that's a huge kill. Get Right already taking 1, and he can hear Snax running. Fifflaren has all the intel right now, and he's calling it out to Xizt. They know by now it's going to be an A push, but Fifflaren may be a little bit too slow here. He's coming up from behind. Timing is everything. He's going to walk in here and does catch Snax, and that's the bomb down. So huge kill from Fifflaren. It's still a 2-on-2. He's got 9 bullets left, and byali does pick up the bomb. They got to prevent that bomb plant. Once that happens, it's a very different game here. Taz goes down, and now it's on byali. Still 30 seconds left. He's going to try and go for the plant anyway, and as he does, they actually don't creep that much closer. That was a big moment, but Get Right in a good position will take him down. So what do you... I actually thought NiP would use the time that he planted to try and creep closer, but they kind of just held their positions.
In Fifflaren's case, I can completely understand it, because if it's a fake plant and he peeks out on Fifflaren, that's 1 hit and Fifflaren is down. And that makes the situation so much harder for Get Right, because that gives the last BP member so much room to play around with. Even though the time is raining down, he still would have had time to, well, fake plan again, or just go actively hunting for Get Right. I think what Get Right did there was really smart. He just got into a better angle and got somewhat closer. He didn't rush onto the site, but he got into a better position, so the minute the last VP member actually moves out after planning, he has the perfect hold on him.
Ooh, look at this, a boost to reverse up into the vent, not coming through the middle, which means the vent is still unbroken, and Virtus.pro They should realize there could be someone here, but they're not checking right now. The smoke is covering Taz, so Fifflaren can't see that now. The smoke is gone, or actually the vent is gone, and Fifflaren is going to pick up the kill on Neo. Virtus.pro sort of halfway buying, halfway saving, and it's not working out too well for them in the middle. Complete carnages. NiP pick up a lot of Virtus.pro members, leaving byali alone. And damage here is really, really important. Virtus.pro have the round lead, and NiP don't have a lot of money. He's going to go down to Xizt, and they actually only get 2 kills for it, so... Now they have to eco fully. Should they have bought that round then?
I think it's an okay buy. They knew that they had the potential of breaking NiP if they actually won that round. Or at least making NiP uncomfortable and have to decide whether or not they want to force up with FAMASas and whatnot. So, completely okay decision. They've got the round lead, and as you said, they're on the less favored side of the map. So I don't really think that's a big mistake from VP at all.
This time they're going to go for a bit of a YOLO rush towards Checkit and the B bomb side, and it's going to be Friberg down here. Grenade could have been great, but it only does a little bit of damage, and Friberg's actually taking a lot right here. He's going to fall back, but he can count on Fifflaren up here to pick up the slag. USPS in hand, and Fifflaren does pick up a great quad kill. Can't actually get the ace. It's denied by Snax, but still pretty good teamwork coming out. They do lose Fifflaren and Friberg, and actually that's maybe a little bit more than they should have lost. What do you think?
I'm confused as to what Friberg decided to do. Obviously, he wanted to play together with Fifflaren, but I think he was in a pretty decent spot to actually do some significant damage to the VP members, because basically he ended up as a decoy the entire round. He didn't do all that much damage. He kind of just ran around and diverted attention away from Fifflaren. And I guess you could say it worked out because Fifflaren got a 4K, but still, I think he could have done more by himself, at least, that round.
Losing those 2 rifles could be expensive. Forest flashing and jumping through smoke, and kind of a similar fashion that Get Right did in the first round, and it doesn't work out this time either. That leaves Xizt alone by the forklift. He's shooting at the wall. It's not the right angle. He's about to get knifed as well. Pistol is out, and he's going to go down. Neo will kill him. Virtus.pro humiliating NiP right now. Fifflaren and Friberg are left, but it is a 2-on-4. The bomb is going to go down any second, and Fifflaren actually does pick up a really good kill here, making it a 2-on-3. Grenade won't kill Neo, but Friberg will, and it's a 2-on-2. NiP are not going to give up so easily, but Friberg now... AWP is not the right weapon to try and retake a bomb site like this with. Unless they show themselves, he's going to have to get up close and personal. He does try it, but Taz will take him down. And that's another round for Virtus.pro. And I think NiP are going to force it up. I think they can pretty drop for Friberg, but it's really starting to get tricky. If they lose one more round in NiP for the rest of this half, Virtus.pro is not just going to have a good half, but an absolutely great half.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we can see they do decide to force efficacy Get Right with the Mag 7, actually. Not really sure where it's going to take them. Might go aggressively in mid. But hopefully they won't go too aggressive. I think what we saw that round and what gave our VP the opportunity to really pounce on the A-bomb side is the fact that Force decided to do the bit of a YOLO rush into the storage.
Yeah, that was a big missed opportunity, and then the follow-up flashbangs onto Xizt were just very, very good. So they kind of lost the bomb site without really doing anything. I don't know. I mean, you pointed this out at least 5 rounds ago, and that NiP is playing pretty aggressively, and that more often than not, it seems to be Virtus.pro that's actually coming out on top. This time, they do get some really great kills in, and Friberg actually over by the B-bomb side also taking a kill. Neo looking for one. Is he going to check the corner? He does, and actually Neo with a double could have almost been a triple. Fifflaren down to half HP. He's the only one defending the bomb site. Now backup is coming quick. Xizt is going to try and get this artillery into position. Auto sniper, great position for it, and it will work out. Taz is now alone, and he's going to try and hunt for Xizt, and it doesn't work out. Auto sniper too strong. Triple for Xizt, and a really great round from NiP, and a much needed one.
Oh, absolutely. That prevents them from having to eco. They're still not going to have a especially good buy, but it's going to be okay. VP, on the other hand, they have to eco now. So this is the opportunity that NiP has to actually close this out to an 8-7 halftime score. And I think they need that going into the T side.
Yeah, I agree. I think 8-7 at that point, the pistol round is going to weigh a lot. I think if Virtus.pro get 8 or 9 rounds here, that's going to be way too much. But it doesn't look likely because Virtus.pro is actually ecoing right here. And even though the C-set 75 is good and we always cry about it, it's probably not good enough to defeat what NiP have here, especially not on the T side.
Well, it's only Friberg defending this B bomb site where VP are setting up for. So if he gets taken out quickly, that could mean a quick bomb plant and anything can happen during that retake, really.
Yeah, because then you're defending with C-sets, and that's generally much better than this attacking with them. We'll have to find out. Friberg holding here, but It's not going to be that. It's going to be Fifflaren in the middle with a P90, and inside this bomb site, Friberg's already spotted a couple of people. Should be working out just fine. Look at Fifflaren looking for the eco frags, and he's going to get exactly 3 of them. Pasha goes down immediately, and that is a pretty respectable round from NiP. 7-7, and we're moving into the last round of the first half here. This is, I mean, I don't know. This is now a pretty even match, I'd say.
Yeah, if NiP can close it out and actually win the first half, that would be great for them, especially with how the game started. There we saw actually how their aggressive play towards the A bomb site actually worked out pretty well for them. One thing is having Fifflaren close up in mid, so you can hear pretty much everything that goes on in terms of rotations from VP. The fact that Forrest pushed around the entire map and basically backs up 2 people in Garage kind of set everything up for them, knowing that it's going to be a push towards B.
Forrest, I think Forrest's kindness and being a gentleman just got him killed. He walked into Squeak and closed the door behind him, and that meant he wasn't ready for Snags. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. Doesn't always pay to be a gentleman, I guess. Get Right is going to immediately return on Snax. That's a very nice return kill. And NiP with an incredibly quick rotation. They've got so many people, it doesn't matter. Neo and Taz taking kills, and Pasha too, leaving Friberg alone. I have no idea how NiP didn't summon a better defense than that, because they were all in position for it. And Friberg is in the middle here. Bomb is down. He's going to be walking right into Pasha, and we'll take him down, making it now a 1-on-2. And byali should just stay hidden in the back here, even with the auto sniper. Really no reason to challenge right now. Grenade will do exactly 1 point of damage. Alright then, Friberg with a flashbang up. He's going to go for the upground. Actually does spot out 1, but byali will take him down. And it's a team ace for Virtus.pro. Every single member will pick up a round. And we're going to be going into the second half. And we might get briefly disconnected here. That sometimes happens with ESEA Go TV. In fact, I'm just going to reconnect. And don't worry, guys, showing the IP does nothing. The IP is on the ESEA website anyway, so don't worry. If there is any DDoSing going on, it won't be our fault. Though, if you are just joining us, then a big welcome to the stream. This is Room on Fire, and we've got the ESEA invite match between NiP and Virtus.pro. Later on, we're going to have Virtus.pro and Fnatic, and then to cap it off with, we'll have NiP and Hellraisers from yesterday. We don't know the result of that match, and we have it on demo, and I'm going to try and find someone to co-cast it with me. I'm not exactly sure who it'll be, because, yeah, the schedule has kind of screwed it up for everybody, but that's just how it is. Oh, no reconnect. Have you managed to reconnect yet?
Mine's still working.
Oh, okay.
For once, ESEA Go TVs are actually working.
Alright, I'm just going to try and get right back into it. So here it is. But we haven't restarted yet, so we haven't missed anything.
No, nothing has happened.
Alright, remember guys, we have a couple of giveaways. Amongst other things, you can win a chair from AK Racing. Just follow the Facebook link, click the picture at the bottom of the stream, and you can like that Facebook page, and you can win one of those chairs. Pretty easy stuff, and you can also win in the upcoming... What is it now? 8 weeks, I think? Yeah, 8 weeks. Yeah. So you've got 8 more chances to win. And tonight, we're also going to be giving away 2 of these AKs, StatTrak AK-47, for our subscriber team. So 2 lucky subscribers are going to win. Yesterday, we also had an AWP and another AK that we gave away. So we're trying to give a little bit back to you guys as sort of thank you for subscribing and helping us out with running the channel, because it's really essential to us. Now, Virtus.pro, if they win this pistol round, I wouldn't say they win the game, but I would say they put themselves in the sort of, you know, in the 80th percentile or something like that. It becomes very,
Pole
very
position.
likely. Yeah, exactly.
Pole position at that point. They would definitely be in a great spot. And, well, I guess it remains to see if they're going to be able to avoid the mistakes that NiP did. Well, what VP did really well was once they got the entry frag, they executed towards that bomb site extremely fast. Well, pretty much every round barring the pistol. So... if NiP are able to do something similar once they get entry frags, if they're even able to get entry frags, which obviously they're not, seeing how Neo picks up Get Right there, that could be the defining thing of the game.
Oh, and Snax in the corner. They don't check it in time. He's going to pick up a second kill and a third one. Snax, absolutely stunning, and it's going to be Pasha to take the last one. But that was a really, really critical position from Snax, and one that can be... I'd say really dangerous if they figure out that you're there. It's not just a grenadable spot, it's also a spot where they can come in from either angle on you, and you're going to have to check, you know, basically a full 90-degree angle to try and get yourself covered. But because they didn't check, it worked out so great. It's
also a spot that you can actually get spotted going into at the beginning of the round, depending on the spawns. So it's a really risky play to actually sneak up there while the smoke is down.
Fairly successful grenade being thrown by Snax. Once again, does 69 damage to Fifflaren. In the middle, though, Friberg is going to challenge Pasha and comes out quite heavily on top. But he's going to be, or actually, that's, yeah, Snax running into Friberg and will take him down. And a lot of Go TV lag, which is something that we've experienced before with some ESEA Go TVs. So, try not to blame us too much, guys. It's sadly out of our control. We'll have to try and enjoy it and hope it doesn't turn into a complete PowerPoint presentation, which does happen sometimes. But either way, what we said earlier has now sort of become true, that Virtus.pro won the pistol round, and now they're in a pretty good position. And NiP didn't even get a bomb plant, so makes you wonder. I mean, they're going to have to wait until it's basically 11-7 here before they can start buying.
Yeah, they're in for a real rough time right now. Only Xizt left, and he might pick up a kill on Taz, but the P90 proves too strong. Yeah. So that was just a really good eco round. Only pasha going down for VP, or anti-eco round. Really good from VP, and they did that pretty well in the first half as well. So they definitely learned their lessons, not to push into CZs without, you know, using every single nade and checking every spot.
And this round, Vendetta, explain this to me. Forest has picked up an AK and armor, while no one else has on that team.
I'm not really sure if there's any logical explanation behind it. That's the thing. This is just something I could see Hellraisers doing.
Yeah, I would agree. That's like a CIS. That's like a Russian type, you know, Counter-Strike move where, and somehow it works actually surprisingly well for them. And look at Taz. Once they get the kill on Forest, because he's already down, Taz is going to be moving up right at the edge of the smoke, picks up the first kill, gets the second one on Xizt as well, and that's the bomb drop. So now it's completely falling apart for NiP. I mean, could they have been looking for Forest to pull out some of that wizardry again? I mean, even if you are, that's a pretty big risk to run, because what's going to happen in this upcoming round is that Forest will have really not that much money.
No, he's not going to have any money at all, or he's going to be able to buy Galil, I guess, at best. But anything else, not really likely to happen unless Get Right somehow wins the round. But yeah, that's, I don't know, it could have been a miss-buy, could have been something they planned, because he bought armor as well, so I guess you could kind of assume that they had a plan going into this. And obviously, if you can get the pick off on Taz, or Snax for that matter, towards B, then obviously the rest of his team following up on that could lead to a bomb plant. And if they get the bomb plant, then it's not a big deal for Forest. He's still going to be able to buy up properly in this round. But that didn't, unfortunately, come to fruition for them.
No, that would have been great if that could have worked out that way at least, but Forest still has a deagle, and I guess there's a chance something could happen. I'm noticing that NiP actually have 3 Molotovs right now, which is a great, I mean, that's a really great grenade to have on this map, I would say. Forest going for the 1D onto Taz, but not going to pick it up. Instead, just takes a bit of damage. Grenade to follow will actually hit Fifflaren, so that's a lot of early damage sustained by NiP, and they only get a little bit of return onto Snax. And that AWP from pasha is going to make it really hard to get mid-control, which is something we haven't talked too much about, but mid-control on this map is pretty damn important. And actually, I think NiP didn't really succeed in holding down the middle all too well when they were on this side. But we'll see. pasha almost getting downed here. 15 points of health, and now can they actually make it work? Looks like they want to go for the B-bomb side, maybe running through vents. That's a great spray from Friberg. He's going to take down one. Taz still here inside, check it here with Snax as well, but they're low on health, and it's going to be Friberg just charging in, picks up a triple kill. Very nicely done, and pasha and byali, they're not even going to try and run for that bomb site. So that round actually worked for NiP, and I'm not even really sure why. They didn't do anything super spectacular, but they just had Friberg pick up a triple.
They had a nice setup to basically smoke off the entirety of mid, making the only spot possible to peek out anyone on VP's side, or for VP, that would be from that short area towards vent. And we saw what Friberg did to Neo right there. And it also looked like they had the molly on Friberg actually left over, so he could throw it towards that short area, so they actually could get safely into vents once the Molotov vent went out. So yeah, pretty cool play from NiP. Nothing spectacular, and obviously things like that are going to be pretty successful if Friberg picks up 3 kills.
Yeah, that's absolutely great. If they can take this rifle away from pasha, that would be even better, because Virtus.pro will have enough money to buy, actually. Even if they had lost here, I'm not sure they wouldn't have just forced it up anyway, because Snax had a pretty good bank. So NiP need to win more. I think if the Swedes want to get back into this game, and they definitely can, this is far from over, but they're going to have to force Virtus.pro to eco, probably not just once, but maybe even twice before they take the lead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I guess the big thing for NiP now is to string rounds together at this point. And I'm like, again, they pick up 3 mollies, so this is definitely something they've done to get mid control. And they did that actually pretty much whenever they play cash as of late, they have this molly setup outside of the door room, which I think if you watch Get Right, that's probably what he's going to do. He's going to chunk basically throw molly towards the vent area to allow them to get mid control.
Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. He is falling back anyway. We're going to have to see if your prediction comes true. Right now, it's a flashbang in his hands, but from this position, you can actually, you can actually molly the event. Are we going to see? Is it going to work? No, it doesn't follow there. Is there going to be a follow-up? No, right now he's just hesitating, but that is definitely something we've seen NiP do. Even I could recognize that as well. pasha in the middle here does have the AWP, and he's got to be careful. He will take down Friberg, and that's the mid control essentially denied to NiP. Now they're going to rotate towards A, but so is pasha, so the artillery's here, and even a Molotov, and they only have 35 seconds. They're going to have to move sooner rather than later, and if they do, without smokes or anything else, that's going to be really tough. byali will get one kill in, and he does get returned upon, but now more backup is coming in from Virtus.pro. The odds are stacked against NiP, and they're also running out of time here. Fifflaren dies with the bomb. 18 seconds left now, and it's a 2-on-4. Forest in some trouble upstairs, and GetRight's trying to help him out, but Neo will pick up a quick double kill, and now there's only 10 seconds left. The Forest goes down by the forklift, and it will be a 12th round for Virtus.pro. That round seemed very hesitant for NiP. It seemed like they sort of had a plan, and then when Friberg went down, it was like that plan just degenerated into let's just do whatever.
I think it's a kind of similar approach to what VP did in the first half, which basically, instead of using the Molotovs to gain mid control, they did the same setup with the smokes to allow Friberg, or try to allow Friberg to get out into mid with pasha, which pasha denied. But VP did the same thing with the molly smoke, or molotoving off the back site of the A bomb site, really, to force people out.
Oh, but this opening from Forest, in spite of the fact that I think both Snax and Taz actually knew where Forest was, he just walks in and gets some quick kills. Neo coming up from behind is going to take down Fifflaren, and somehow we've ended up in a 2-on-3, and Neo here is covering the B bomb site, so now NiP have got to be smart about this. They have so much time, and they know that Virtus.pro have to cover pretty much both bomb sides. I'd say they should be doing that, but instead they're going to group up in the middle. They actually read what NiP are doing. They're going to go for the frags right here, and byali, if he picks up one more kill, that might be it. NiP are solo. Friberg trapped in a corner. What a great read from Virtus.pro. That must have been an amazing call. I wish we could have listened in on the TeamSpeak then, because they actually gave up both bomb sides to cover this middle area, and that's a huge risk. Friberg on 1 point of health, and although they don't have any grenades to deal with him, he might be able to put the bomb down, but defending it's going to be a completely different issue, I think.
Oh, it's going to be so hard. He might be able to down byali, seeing how he's on 1 health as well, but it's going to be hard for him to actually take down Neo without Neo landing a single shot on him.
Yeah, and Neo is going to be walking up right behind Friberg, so it's actually extremely anticlimactic as Neo does pick up a quad kill, and an absolutely sick round here from the Counter-Strike legend, but I don't know. I mean, that kind of read, if you can do reads like that, that's where you actually, obviously landing your shots and having great skill is really important. But if you have an in-game caller that will make that call, you can win a lot of games based on that alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're always in an advantageous position or have the opportunity to catch people off guard, that's going to do more for you than having good aim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that he's like out positioning beats positioning beats aim, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. And instead of having, what could have been 2 1-on-3 situations, they made it into a 2-on-3 in the middle and read the situation just really well. And NiP weren't expecting that, not at all. Now they're going to be flashing their way in towards A main here, and actually Neo will pick up even more kills, and byali's there to help him out. This is looking so good right now for Virtus.pro. They're going to be on 14 rounds here. It's an eco for NiP, and they won't even get a chance to put the bomb down, which means they really don't have a lot of money to work with, and in the end of the day, that could really cost them. It's also a flawless round from Virtus.pro, so their bank is starting to look a lot better. It's kind of now or never for the Ninjas if they want to have any kind of comeback. And even worse still, Vendetta, is that there's 2 AWPs now on Virtus.pro's side.
Yeah, things are looking really grim for NiP. And VP did a really good job. Obviously, I don't think that's something they could have known going into the round, but what they did with having Neo and I think it was byali pushing into A storage was more or less a direct counter to what NiP were trying to do, because they had set up for smokes. Friberg had thrown a smoke towards the red box and all that stuff for a normal A push, and with VP getting so aggressive, they managed to catch off 3 people.
We'll have to see if they can just extend this game a little bit longer here. Neo's completely flashed, but he's actually gonna retreat back into the smoke, so he doesn't go down, which in itself is pretty amazing. And now byali in the back here, pasha as well picking up kills. Forest getting shot at from all the way in the back of the site. It's going to be a 2-on-3 here. Still no bomb plant happening, and NiP are in an awkward position. They're actually going to get picked off anyway here. So Fifflaren now 1-on-3. He is the top fragger for NiP, but he can't pick up this round anyway. pasha with a double kill. It seemed like NiP, they got into the bomb site, and they got stuck by that forklift for way too long.
Yeah, the smokes actually ended up being a bit of a hindrance for themselves. And in addition to that, BP had a pretty fast rotation. I think there were 4 people on the bomb site within 10 seconds. So if NiP hesitate, as we've seen earlier on that one push they had towards A previously, if they hesitate just a tiny bit, BP are going to converge on that and punish them for it.
Another flash exactly like last time, but this time Get Right is ready. Will take down byali. You have to question whether it's too late. Right now, the terrorist side has to win 7 rounds in a row to try and force overtime. Get Right's going to pick up a second kill here, and Forrest does die in the middle. And oh my god, Snax with the spray control as well. Almost drops Friberg. That's such a sick aim coming out here from Snax. Fifflaren will take down Taz, so it might have been all for nothing, but Snax actually almost killed 4 people in the middle in just 2 seconds. pasha even taking his time to land that shot, and now it's a 2-on-2, and Snax actually has a Molotov as well. And Friberg could go down from 1 tick on the molly here. He spots the feet. He's already seen it. Fifflaren comes in, and they do take down Snax. So now it's on pasha. He has another Molotov. Where's Friberg? He's the one planting here. This is really scary. There could be a bit of a Friberg barbecue in the back here. I'm just ready and waiting for it. But pasha, not waiting, just rushing in. And he's going to get taken down by Fifflaren, who picks up a triple. And Fifflaren right now is actually almost tied with Neo. It's 21 kills on him, 23 on Neo. That was a bit of a crazy push from pasha at the end there, I guess.
A bit of a crazy push. I think he had gotten info that one of the players on NiP was low, so he was able to take one of them out in an isolated position. He could make it into a 1v1 instead of a 2v1. That's probably the only thing on his mind, because he knew that the bomb was going down, because he could hear that, so he just wanted to get into a favorable position for him to take out the guy planning.
A lot of action going on towards the A bomb side as Get Right does take down pasha. They almost lose Xizt in the meantime, and byali's sort of weirdly caught in this corner. He's going to have to flash himself and use some grenades to get out, because once you're in that corner, you really don't want to stay there for too much longer. They can pretty easily grenade you down. Xizt going to smoke off in towards the middle of that big box there, and this is continuously for the rest of this half. It's going to be match and map point for Virtus Pro, and that's a lot of pressure on NiP. A single mistake, and it might have been it right there. Friberg goes down. And now another kill happening for Neo in the middle, leaving Get Right, Fifflaren, and Forest. So looked really good for them. They got the entry frag. And now they're actually walking into a trap here. And this is a big problem. If Taz spots one, Snax should be right by to drop in through the vent. And that's really hard to deal with when you're the terrorist pushing in. Now Snax is actually out of position, so this could be great. If they can just kill Taz now, they have a chance of making it. But this is all about where Snax is. Fifflaren doesn't check quick enough, and he's going to go down, and the bomb is dropped as well. Snax dumps in. I think he actually spots Forest there. So now it's looking even worse. 2-on-4. Flashbang comes in. Forest misses the kill. And Get Right, he might be, or he is, probably the best player in the world, but even this is too much